Hi there, signs of Leo. This is Kim here to do your next 48-hour reading. I hope that you're out there and doing really well. We're getting into your reading using Dreams of Gaia as the main card. We'll have it off to the side, but it's going to let us know what kind of breakthrough reading we're going to have, what it's going to be about. Sometimes this can be good, it's always a good breakthrough, actually. But, what kind of breakthrough are we going to have? What's the breakthrough spread? Right. Messages for Leo. Leos. What message you got for Leos? Wanting to come out, right away. Ooh, Ace of Cups. Ooh, yeah. So, nice. Ace of Cups. And you know what's interesting is that, I purposely shuffled this deck because the Three of Swords was on it, just happenstance by the last reading that I did. And I had it here, and I was I shuffled it a few times, and it went on Ten of Pentacles, and I was like, yeah, let's just leave it there. So, leave it there, but we have the Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So, it's interesting. So, you have the Ace of Cups as in some kind of loving new beginning or a loving start, a new something or other. It can be love begins because it can be something as big as a new relationship in your life. It's huge things. So it's huge things. Even opportunities for a clinical trial or a weight loss, or you know what I mean, even those things, as big events in our lives that make a big difference, that can represent. So something that's going to give you emotional happiness. This Three of Swords is particularly focused on the learning part of the Three of Swords, the turning into wisdom. What you have been through, your experience, turning that into wisdom is what their message mainly is. So that's really beautiful. We're going to have it. What is your breakthrough in love? So whatever it is, it must be something that you love or really enjoy. And it's not focused on romance, but this is guaranteed to be something that Leo loves. All right. Already, really good start. Really good start. Next 48 hour for my Leos. Okay, what is the pattern? Give us the pattern in love. What is the pattern in love that Leo's always running into? You know what? I can never tell if this one, and it makes a big difference. So we're going to have to clarify. I think that this is the Six of Swords in the reverse. Because it's vice versa tarot, so we're doing both sides, so we really don't have it. But I'm pretty sure that that's supposed to represent Six of Swords in reverse, which means the pattern is we decide to do something against our own intuition, and then we end up like this, the same situation. So when we go against what our intuition is saying, going against our intuition, more and more, I'm starting to see that as High Priestess in reverse also. When your decisions that don't match. So we need to, basically that card's coming out to say, let's avoid that. Let's avoid that pattern. All right, what's the challenge? And this could be literally revisiting a situation too. Look, the Ten of Pentacles did want to come out in the reverse. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse has to do with established connections that go kind of deep. This looks like an older person. Two people might be borrowing money from them. That might be the challenge, is that needing to get a jump start on something. So getting some kind of funding would be nice. There's some kind of lump of sum of money, something to do with connections too, and the money. And the money, honey. What is Leo's breakthrough? So the challenge is either keeping these connections together or returning to a connection that's a very, I would even say a wealthy connection, maybe family. King of Wands is normally like this, but this one, and this is an interesting card, because if you see, he has like a snake coming, and he's sitting, so I imagine him sitting there like very still, like, I don't know if it saw me, you know, so I'm going to sit really still until this snake goes away. So it's not just a little snake, though. It's not just a little snake in the garden. This snake is as big as the freaking tree. Yeah, okay. So King of Wands, that would be King of Wands in the reverse. Tell me about, and that is your breakthrough, the breakthrough. What's not working in love? What's not working in love? And does it have to do, and what has to do with, look, it feels like this is something that like you want to be used to. It feels like that's something you, like that challenge is that you want some really strong, healthy, wealthy connections for everyone, like not just yourself, but for everybody that's like in your circle or family. Okay, so I have the Hangman, maybe in reverse. You see, notice it's all night skies. I really like that, because I feel like it's very much so working with those moon energies, right? It's time for something. And oh my goodness, there's another freaking snake. Now, there's not, right there, there's not a ton of snakes on these cards. So the fact that we got the two cards that has the snake is kind of crazy here. Watch out for a snake. Who is the snake? Is the snake the temptation? Or is the snake saying, watching you and keeping you from moving from a situation that might not be working, but look, you can't get up because of that? You see what I'm saying? So you have your own energy. You have Virgo energy a few times. Maybe Pisces too. I see that. And then maybe Aquarius as the pattern. Tell me about the outcome. Tell me about the outcome. Another nighttime picture. Another nighttime picture. Wow, okay. The challenge is something in the daylight, right? So I have the Queen of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, basically. So this Queen of Swords for the outcome is somebody who's really decisive, but also very protective over maybe what they have created, what is theirs. The Queen of Swords, like, I don't think she would take any BS. I don't think it's that she's detached from the heart space, but I think that sometimes she can come across as cold, but she's just kind of telling it like it is. There is a watch, wait, and see, and Capricorn had this in their readings. So did Aries the last time. This particular card, when I do certain decks, they stand out to me because not the outcome is there's something that's not going to come through like expected or like we hoped it to. There is some kind of delay. Why there's the delay? Well, it has to do with the focus that the Queen of Swords, and then the decisive action. So that Queen of Swords can be taking action after, you know, something is really thought of. I think it's telling you to really put your head into a strategy after some kind of delay, after waiting and seeing. I think it's time to like move on from that spot. Look at all these nighttime pictures. Gosh. Ace of Cups. Okay, tell me about, it might be strategy too, like the thinker strategy. Tell me about the action to take, recommended action for Leos to take. Patient. Be patient. Sit and wait and see. There's something about waiting and seeing for for something. For something. Okay, so this is the first one. This person's waiting for their harvest, basically. There's not too much difference, except for that these kind of look, well, from our distance, it kind of looks like he's waiting on something that's not even really living, doesn't it? I mean, if you're just going to look at the card itself, like, maybe he should just pick those. It's at this point. I don't know. There's this feeling of frustration, I can say, with this card. Because I think the main advice is no more waiting, no more patience, but you can't until you have a really good strategy, because there is a snake here. I hope that makes sense. And maybe that snake is representing the outside circumstances, the conditions, the variables that get in the way of what you're trying to do. I have King of Swords too on the bottom. Putting heads together and really knowing the answer, or hiring that expert to tell you the answer, or to get the answer for you, right? Aquarius, Libra. And that might be like an underlying card, an underlying force. Is this discipline and obedience? This looks like, if this is Six of Swords, like I said, it could be that you're trying not to return to the same, like, decisions that you've made in the past. It's trying to, this time, listen to your intuition. It can be about putting your stuff together and a getaway, like getaway, literally getaway. So we're gonna have to see. The waters don't look choppy or anything in the card, so that's why I always get kind of somewhat different messages with these cards. Alright, so for Leos, tell us more about this pattern. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, Four of Wands in the reverse. There's a goal that still has to be completed, or that still needs to be, it's something that was started that still needs to be completed, and it's halted. There's a halt. There's a pause, but there's a pause for so many reasons here with this Knight of Pentacles. More than just somebody not coming through for someone. This is commitments, but it's possibly changing up commitments. Tell me more about that Four of Wands in the reverse. As the pattern, what you run into, something not working. Watching your thoughts. Six of Pentacles. Watching your thoughts. And success. Oh my goodness. Sun and the Nine of Cups. Success. Wow. This is like going on to something else after you've had some kind of major success, where scales have been balanced in a sense. The light shows on what it is that you're really wanting. The Nine of Cups is like, yeah, I like to be real comfortable. I like to know exactly that everything I want is going to be taken care of, or, you know, in some way, shape, or form, I'm going to always have, you know, whatever it is that I'm wanting or desiring or craving. It can be that. I mean, some of you all can be taking the path of dropping desires and or trying to end suffering. But you could have a pattern of running into wanting something different after something here is just doesn't work out, or doesn't work out. Now, this can be about taking a very long time to make a big move, or a move, period. So I think it's definitely saying we need to be thinking about a strategy of some sort. Because look, your wish granted is here. And your sun energy. Jeez. So the challenge, what is this established type challenge? Justice in the reverse. It's pay, distribution of pay, getting, okay, making sure everything's fair and equal. The challenge of what's the truth regarding possibly about how much money that you might be looking for or that you might need at this time. The Hermit is, if it's part of the challenge, then the Hermit realizes that the light is always found inside, cannot be bought. This happiness cannot be bought. The happiness that the Hermit feels is from knowing oneself. So there is something challenging that's off balance, and it has to do with an established connection, possibly in the family. Doing some reflecting on what's fair and what's not. So, tell me about this breakthrough with the King of Wands in the reverse. See, it's again, hang on, there's a snake. Stand up for and defend. If that snake comes closer, you will have to stand up for yourself and defend yourself. 7 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 7-7, brave, bold, but also spiritual challenges. You know, not easy things. They're challenges, the 7s, to get through. Also very spiritually rewarding. So you may feel like your breakthrough is that you're going to be a little stressed for the moment while something is not feeling like it's working out. You're having to work under a stressful situation. So I feel like it's saying just be proud of yourself for whatever you've done so far, thus far, or how far you've come thus far. What about the waiting, though? It's your power. So tell me about your power here. We have the Hangman reverse, the different perspective, but even time for the perspective shift to end or something like that. New adventure, Page of Pentacles, in life. And that's how I look at it, is like new adventure in life, whether it's going down a new trail or investing in something that's going to really pay off. So you have no more waiting, and it's for the finale of a situation that is completed. So it's time to move on from the hurt feelings. You literally can't carry these hurt feelings with you. It won't work. So I think it's saying move on from, yes, in life, sometimes we don't see things as the universe completely does balance out everything. Sometimes we're not the one to give the instant karma to somebody, but no, for sure, it happens. It happens, but there is also a wrap to those feelings, and it's okay. It's time for those feelings to let go. They may be causing just too much of a not good influence on you and how you're thinking. So standing up for yourself, defending yourself, a little stressed, I'll say, a little stressed, but developing a strategy here in the wait or the pause. Tell me more about the Queen of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. I have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands. In the outcome. This energy gets things moving right along. Very passionate about what they're protecting, very passionate about what they're going after. Could be about another person too, aligned with what you're aligned with. It could be in that truth, sitting in that truth. So these could be two different energies. One that's going to stay and one that's going to move on. Whoa. And then I have another Ace of Cups. Another Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups. It's out as much as it can be out now. So huge, 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 huge. Really good energies, guys. What time have I got? Oh, I've already got 20 minutes. Okay, I don't want to be too long because the others aren't going to get too long messages. Here's a really good sign for if you needed a sign that money is going to be all right. Yes. King of Pentacles on the bottom. There's something that you are over or that you've created. It will do good. Profits will be good. There is a strategy moving forward. I feel like you even have the minds together that are friendly enough to work together here to make a decision also, if that makes sense. So we're going to bring out some tea leaves and wrap up the reading. And I'm also going to do an In the Shadows card for you. Here, let's do the In the Shadow first. It's very hard to end on that one. In the Shadows. Just needing to get some use out of these cards here, Leo. Don't take it if it does not resonate with you, but usually it's talking about the person that you're dealing with, like what they would say, possibly. Or a shadow feeling. We are not right for each other. Justice in reverse. And you didn't imagine it. You didn't imagine it. Shoo, in the moment, I didn't care. Let's see why I can't end on those. All right. Yeah, we're just going to pull this. Lightning, control your anger or you'll be sorry with the King of Pentacles energy. Look at my unicorn. Younger woman, dealing a relationship with a younger woman. Unicorn, use your intuition to make beneficial change. Lightning, control your anger, you will be sorry. Ladder, climbing towards success, especially with spiritual personal growth, with that hermit energy, finding what you really desire or want. Hidden secrets can harm you. Hidden secrets can harm you. Let's do a few more. Oh, broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. Tankard, celebration, fun, enjoyment. Lily, spiritual love. Four-leaf clover, great or good fortune. Goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. And then another one, broken bridge and scissors, disappointment in some affair. Oh, and we're going to do your angel number too. Sorry. The affirmation for today. Okay, for Leo, the affirmation for Leo. Angel number message for Leo. That was tea leaves. This is the angel number messages, and you can get this off of Etsy. Stay disciplined and obedient to whatever it is that you're creating or that you're protecting or that you're making. Because it says 31, your approach to life is an effective mix of both practicality and imagination. Your mind is stirring with creative ideas, and you have the organizational skills to manifest them to life. I am disciplined, especially with these energies here. You certainly do have a lot of discipline. 26, you have a desire to succeed and will feel most accomplished when your work benefits others. Your intuitive awareness of what people want allows you to come up with innovative solutions to meet their needs. I am tactful. I love that for you here, Leo, sending you love and light. If you want a private reading, you can reach out to me. My email address is in the description box. I usually come pretty close, to generating those readings at like every, I don't know, 24 hours, within 24 to 48 hours. If I can spit out what I'm trying to say, sorry, 24 to 48 hours it takes if you email me for a private reading. Okay. So, sending you love and light. Bye.